Have you ever wondered why the government demands permits, taxes, and licenses just to use your property? Why you need permission for what you've already earned and are forced to pay endlessly for it? It is because your right to own property has been mortgaged to secure the issuance of debt notes as currency. Therefore, you hold the property in trust as collateral for the debt of the corporate United States. To lawfully own something and enforce your rights in a court of common law, not equity, you must have bought it with lawful money, gold or silver, as mandated by the U.S. Constitution in Article 1, Section 10. But in 1933, Congress declared lawful money to be against public policy and mandated the use of debt obligations as currency. In House Congressional Record, March 9, 1933, page 83, we read, "The money will be worth 100 cents on the dollar because it is backed by the credit of the nation. It will represent a mortgage on all the homes and other property of all the people in the nation." The government mortgaged the people's estates to international bankers, turning free citizens into indentured servants. Gold and silver certificates became Federal Reserve notes, which aren't money, they're debt obligations, negotiable instruments secured by your property rights. You can't truly buy anything with them because, as stated in Eckert v. Commissioner from 1930, the giving of a note does not constitute a cash payment. In State v. Nealon from 1903, the court ruled that checks, drafts, money orders, and banknotes are not lawful money of the United States. And in Fidelity Savings v. Grimes, the court ruled that a payment by note is not a payment in cash. In fact, a note is not payment at all, but only a promise to pay. You're not buying, you're trading promises. The Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 redefined buying to include trading securities. Before 1933, buying meant full absolute transfer of ownership, but using Federal Reserve notes, it is an acquisition of interest, not full title. These acts blurred the lines, turning every transaction into a securities trade. When you purchase land or a car with Federal Reserve notes, you're not gaining ownership, you're obtaining an inferior interest. The corporate state holds superior title. This is why you're under administration. Your relationship to property, your estate, has been demoted to that of a usufructuary. You have the right of use, but not true control. You pay property taxes, rent to the state as feudal lord, get licenses, regulated permission to use the property, and follow regulations, which are dictates from the corporate state as administrator. Violate a regulation? You're hauled into a court of equity, not a court of law. Equity courts were created to handle fictions, corporations, trusts, entities not recognized by common law. Here, the judge has full discretion, which Bouvier's dictionary calls the law of tyrants. No jury of peers, just arbitrary rulings farming you for securities, now the currency of the system. Entities like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac hold trillions in mortgaged assets on behalf of the world banking cartel, turning nations into subsidiaries. Your property rights fuel their empire. Search Burn the Corporate Fiction on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and X.